Okay, so yeah, so far we covered about the React introduction as well as JSX, right?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, today we are going to cover about the components.
Okay.
Okay, so first up, so what is the use of the component?
To build a reusable UI, we use components.
Exactly, correct, right? So yeah, in order to build a reusable UI, we are going to use the components, right? So all modern frameworks are the component-based frameworks. Okay, I can say we have different UI frameworks. Angular, Vue, and React all are the component-based frameworks. Okay, the main purpose of the component is to render or show something in the UI, right? Okay, so if you take any example of the website, we can say that if you take the redbus.in, okay, how we can easily divide the or create the simple components. Okay, so that is, in that case, it is easy to build our applications, right? Whenever we segregate the application into simple components, you can take this is one header component, this is one main component. Under that, we will have some. You can see the footer component we have, and in the main component, you will have the different types of data, right? Yeah, you can see here, this is one component we can develop, and this is one more. These are another components. So whenever we are trying to build any UI, right, so we must identify how minimal we are able to build or create the components. Okay, now, yeah, what is the React component? Okay, so we observed in generally what is a component. Now we are going to see what is a React component. Okay, React component is also similar type of component, but it deals with the some React code, right? Okay, so I can say a component is an independent reusable code block. Okay, so we have two types of React components. Two types of components we can create in React. Okay, first one is the class-based component or class level component we can create. Next one is the functional components. Okay, these are the two types of components we can create in React. Those two are class-based and functional component. Okay, before we dive or go into the class-based components, now we are going to see how we are going to create a React project. Creation of a React project. Okay, for that we have a, okay, now we are going to create a React app manually. Can you tell what are the things we require?
We need React DOM
Correct. So
Webpack.
first we have to create a project by using npm init, right? Exactly. After that, we have to add the dependencies, right?
Yes.
Dependencies like React or React DOM. These are the dependencies. Apart from that, we need to add one more thing. Babel, right?
Yes.
Okay, Babel, since it converts our JSX to
JS.
JavaScript code, right? So apart from that, we need one server to run our React code, right? So in order to run our React code, we are going to use the Webpack, right? So yeah. So if we are doing manually, right? Okay, so we need to do all these things, right? So what the React community or React team has given, right? Okay, they have given one ready-made npm command executor called create react app. Okay, by using this create react app command, we can execute or we can create the React projects. Okay, so first one. So what it will give? It will give us all the basic necessary whatever we are going to do manually, right? Those things it will automatically add into the project. So in order to run any command, right, from by using the npm, so we have to use the npx command for that. Okay, so I'm going into the command prompt where I will go to the deep folder. Okay, now first we have to execute the command npx create react app, name of the project that we are going to use. Okay, name of the application name or project. Now what I'm going to do, I'm copy this and I'm going to create a new project first app. Okay, so you can see now whenever I'm going to execute, right, it is going to get all the things or dependencies from the create react app, which is a command, right, which is already available in the node package, right? You can see it installs react DOM, and also it has some inbuilt package called or the library called React scripts, and it has some CRA template. Okay, let it download. Okay, it will complete. Just a minute. Yeah. Now you can see it gives us some commands, right?
Yeah.
Okay, npm start is to start the development server. Npm run build. Okay, it bundles the app into static files for production. Okay, so if we want to go for production, right, we can run the npm run build. It bundles the all app into the static files for production. It minifies the files into the production. So npm text, okay, by using this text command, we can run the test cases whatever we have written in our project. Okay, npm run eject. Okay, if you want to remove the existing one, whatever we have created by using React app, right? Those things we can do it by using the npm run eject. Okay, actually, I didn't do any time npm run eject, so mostly we won't use the npm run eject. Okay, so now I'm going to open this code by using the Visual Studio. Okay, let me code dot, it will open. Okay, let me go to the first tab, right? We are into the first tab. Okay, we can run it from the Visual Studio Code, or we can run it from here. So what is the command we have to use? npm start, right? Okay, by default, all the React apps will have a port called 3000. Okay, so okay, meanwhile we'll go to the package.json, right? We know, right, the package.json will have all the project description, right? And project description it will have, and also it has the list of dependencies that the project has, right? So you can see it has a dependencies called testing libraries, just DOM, and React and user event. Okay, we will see whenever we are going to write some simple test cases. That time I will explain what is just DOM and React testing libraries. Okay, and we have the React. Okay, this is the library we must use to run, right? And also React DOM, right? And React scripts. This is the defined or created library by the React community. Correct? By using this React scripts, what they have done, right? They have written some scripts to start our application, right? So if you see npm run start means it will execute the React script start. If we run npm run build, it execute the React scripts build. Test also same way. Okay, and ESLint config. Okay, so the use of ESLint is to set our properties or the whatever the JavaScript code we are going to write. It is going to perform the alignment or any tab checking, all those things it can do by using the ESLint config. Okay, next is the browsers list. Okay, I will come to this later, and development also I will come to this browsers list later. Okay, now okay, it is starting the development server. Okay, now you saw it, npm run start or start command, it executes the React scripts start, right? You are seeing the webpack output is served from, right? Okay, so if I go to the React scripts start, right? Okay. Where is our dependencies code is available?
What's that? The package JSON.
In the node modules, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So here we can see the dependencies, right? Each dependency will have a folder in the node modules, right?
Okay.
So in the same way, you are seeing React, right? LMN PQR. Okay, you can see the React library code is there, and also React DOM, and also we have the React scripts. Okay, just I want to go to this React scripts. Okay, so if you see, right, whenever we are going to start our project, right, so it is going to start the React scripts start, right? So if you go to the package.json of React script project, right, it will have the dependencies called, you are seeing, right, Babel, correct? And also you can see the Babel loader, Babel ESLint, and also the somewhere we can see the webpack related stuff. Okay, you are seeing, right, webpack dev server.
Yeah.
Okay, and also it has the loaders, right? You remembered we saw some loaders, file loader, some CSS loader.
Right.
Yeah, those loaders also, stash loader and all the style loader and all the loaders also it installs. So whenever we run, it is going to run the, so if you see under bin, right, we will have a React scripts.js.
Okay.
Let me go to this bin folder. Okay, so now you can see. whenever we are going to execute it, it is going to check whether the slice of 2, right? Okay, which means it is something like, right, npm start we are doing, but it is doing React scripts start, right? So now you are seeing, right, slice of 2, okay, which means they are trying to get the command here. Okay, it can be a find index of build or eject or start or test. Okay, so based on the type of command that we executed, right, it is going to load the corresponding script folder or script file. Okay, you can see the scripts. Under scripts we have a script file name, right? You are seeing, right?
Yeah.
Start.js, test.js, eject.js, init.js. Okay, so yeah, whatever the code we are seeing, right, this is the Node.js code. If we are able to understand Node, so we can easily understand this Node.js code. So I will go to the start.js. Okay, so okay, process env. Process.env is used to check the commands or the environmental variables for our React application. Okay, so by default they set it for development and development. Okay, next they are loading some variables, right? Environmental variables. Okay, and also they are loading some package tree. And you are seeing, right, they are trying to load the Webpack dev server.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see somewhere here, after loading that, they are trying to default port, right? Okay, so parseInt, we know, right, what is parseInt?
Yeah. Converting integer.
Integer, right? So yeah. So process.env.port. Okay, it is trying to check any port number is set as an environmental variable. Then it takes that as a port number. If we won't set any port number, right, it is going to take 3000 as a default port number.
Okay.
Okay, so some code they have written. Okay, by using the listen, right, dev server. Okay, this is the dev server listen, which means the pack dev server object they created, and they sending the request by listening to the application by using the port number 3000, right? So now if we are trying to access that, right, so okay, in local we can access by using localhost 3000, right, on your network. It is something like I think my IP address, this one. We see my IP config, right? IP address. I think this is the IP address, right? Yeah. So now, if I'm trying to access this URL, by default it is going to open with the default browser of our system.
Okay.
So Microsoft Edge is my default browser. So it is opened the React app.
Okay.
Okay. So far, any doubts?
No. So usually they create using the npm create React app or.
Okay. In real time, you are asking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In real time also we are going to create by using npx create React app only.
Okay. So what is npx and npm? Both are not.
Okay. npm is something which is the node package manager.
I mean, I saw somewhere they're creating using npm also, right? Npm command.
npm no, by using npx only we are going to create.
Okay.
Okay, npx is something node package executor we can call node package.
Okay.
Okay, by using this, what we can do, right? Whatever the commands that are available in the npm, right? Those commands we can execute by using the npx command.
Okay.
Okay, so now it is time to understand how this page was built, right? So you can observe this is an background color we have. On that we have an image and some text and some hyperlink, right? So if you observe, okay. So if you see the public folder, right? So the index.html is the page that is going to run whenever we are trying to run our application, right? So if you see, this is the title that we are seeing in the title bar, right? React app. And also you can see the fav icon. Where is that fav icon? I think this is the icon, right? That we are seeing in the fav icon, right? So this is the one I'm interested. Okay, so these are the some description they have, and apart from that, you are seeing, right? Div ID is equal to root div. Okay, you remember whenever we are trying to render the JSX component data, you remember how we use it to do? We created one ID into the HTML page, right?
Yes.
React DOM dot render we use it, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so in the same way, what they are doing, right? So if you go to our index.js, right? They are rendering React DOM dot render of in which place we are going to render, or which HTML element we are going to render. That is document.getElement by ID of root, right?
Yeah.
So what we are going to render? We are going to render this component called app component. You are seeing app, right?
Yes.
Okay, now if you go to our app component, you can see the code, whatever we have written, whatever it is rendered is available in the app component.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see div, some class name app and header, some class name app header, some image they are displaying, and later some paragraph and some hyperlink and some, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Clear, right, up to now?
Yes.
Okay. Now it is time to learn about how we are going to create a class component. Okay, so before that, okay, so first one is class component. Okay, class components are nothing but the ECMAScript 6 classes. Okay, these are nothing but ECMAScript 6 classes. Okay, hope you remembered how we can create a class.
Yes.
Yeah, how we are going to create a class? By using which keyword?
Class.
Yes, exactly. By using the class keyword, we are going to create a classes. Okay, so in the same way, our React component is nothing but a simple ECMAScript 6 class. Okay, the second point, we can include the constructors in the classes, right? We can include constructors, or we can include the lifecycle methods. Okay, I'm going to explain whenever the concept comes about the lifecycle methods. And also, we can include the render function, a render method, and also we can include the state or data management for our application. Okay, so I'm going to explain all these construct when we are going to use lifecycle method and state and render method. Okay. The next step is the class must extend with the React.component class. Okay, the class must extend with React.component class. Okay, so what is the purpose of the component?
Okay. We are creating reusable components.
Okay. Yeah, component is reusable.
Yes.
That is the behavior of the component, or you can say what is the purpose. We have to show something in the web page, right? I mean to say,
yeah,
some UI we have to render, right, from the component, right? Okay, so by using the render method, okay, of the React.component class, we will override the render method into our component. Okay, so in the render method, what we are going to write? We are going to write what is the logic or UI markup that we are going to return from our component. We are going to write into our render method and we are going to return that.
Okay.
Okay, returns the UI, right? Next. Okay, which returns the UI is nothing but what? In how we are going to render the UI? In case of the, yeah, go ahead.
React on
React elements, right?
oh, okay, yeah.
You remember, right? This one, React element, we are going to render, right? So
Okay.
it is very difficult to create the React elements, right? So for that only we learned a new language called JSX, right?
Okay, yeah.
So returns the UI is nothing but we are going to return some JSX element, right?
Okay.
Clear, right? So the class component is nothing but a simple ECMAScript 6 class, and it can contain the constructors, lifecycle methods, and also it will have a render method and state management. Okay, the main purpose of the class or any component is to render some UI, right? So in our case, we are going to render the UI in the form of JSX element, and also the class must extend with the React.component class. Okay, so now I'm going to create a class component into our application. Okay, so now new file, right? Hello world.js. Okay. Now tell me what is my first step I have to do.
Import it.
Import.
Import React.
Okay. We have to create. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, we have to create the components. I mean, like class.
Yeah, correct. First step is we have to create a class, right?
Okay.
Class hello world. Correct?
Okay.
Okay. So what is the next step? This must extend with a component, right?
React component, yeah.
Okay, extends React.component, right?
Okay.
So we have to import the React component from which library? React library, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to render by using this hello world is I want to render something like h1 hello world I want to render. Okay, can you tell how we are going to render By using which method? By using
okay, render method.
Correct. By using the render method, we are going to render the UI, right?
Yes.
Okay, this render method, what it is going to return? It is going to return the JSX elements, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, return H1 hello world. Clear?
Yeah.
Now we created a component, right? But now we have to render this component, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you see in the index.js, it has a app component, right? Instead of that, I want to render my hello world component.
Okay.
So how we can do it? By using the same way, right? Hello world. So what we have to do it in order to use this hello world component here. We have to export, right? Remember? In order to use the reusability, right? In order to use the library or the data from one module to another module, we have to export, right? In JavaScript, each file is a module, right? So in our case, hello world is a module. From there, I want to export the hello world class, okay, which is nothing but a React component. So now if you see our index.js, we have hello world defined, but we have to import, right?
Yeah.
Okay, import what we are going to import. Hello world, right? From we have to give the
World.
clear, right? Anything new here?
No.
No. Yeah. So now if you see our page, okay. Now you are seeing that hello world. Okay. Now I am going to use the some variable into my hello world.
Okay.
Now, how to create a variable?
Use let. Okay.
Let user is equal to Johnson. I created. Okay. Now I want to use this. I want to print this variable into my hello world. Hello world. Beside that, I want to give Johnson. How I can give it?
We can use the curly braces.
Curly braces, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Since it is a correct, since it is a JSX expression, right?
Yeah.
Okay, JSX expressions we are going to write into this notation, right? So in this way we are going to create a shell component. So we can also create the nested components, right? So okay, if you take any website, most of the websites will have three pages, right? What are those? Header, footer, and main, right? So now I'm going to create header. This we can call it as a main, and this is I'm going to call it as a footer. Now I'm going to display our UI like this. Okay, in the header I want to display some information like header component. Okay, in main I want to display the main component. Okay, in footer I want to display the footer component. Correct. Now each component has its own purpose, right? So now tell me how we are going to do it. We have to create how many components? 3 components, right?
Yes.
Class, header, right? With with extents, React dot component, right?
Okay.
So we have to import React from our component from React library. Okay. So our next step is we have to return from JSX element, right? We must use the render method, right? Okay, I'm returning h1 header component. Next step, what we have to do? In order to use this component, we have to export, right?
Yes.
Export header. You can export default header. Okay, so in order to simple named export, right? We have to use like that. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So next I'm going to create one more component called main component. Okay, so class main, it extends the React.component. Okay, import React from React. Okay, we can also just mention the component also. Okay. Next step, what we have to do? Create a render method at return h1 main component. Okay, I'm going to export default main. Next, I'm going to create one more component called footer component. Footer.js. Okay, class footer extends React dot component. We have to import the import just React is enough. React from React. Okay, so I want to define a render method. So in my case, what I'm going to return h1 I am from footer component, right? Okay, now we have to export this one, right? Export class, we can do it like this also, we can do it. You remember?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do in index.js, I'm going to import all this, right? First I'm going to give header, correct? Next I'm going to give main component. Next I'm going to give footer component. Okay, now if I'm going to import main from okay, you're seeing it. So the header component came, main component came, footer component came. So in this way we can create a class level components.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, for tomorrow what you can do, right? You can create one component like simple one. Create a component, okay, which should display the image. Okay, understood?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, which should display some image, and apart from that, it should also display some list of items, right? Unordered list and list of items. Okay, try this example for tomorrow. Just let me know if you have any doubts.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So, any doubts so far?
No.
No, right?
There usually, why did you use a React strict mode? That one.
Okay, this React strict mode, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will explain this later. I didn't remember.
Okay.
Okay, I will make a note and I will refer and I'll explain it later. Okay?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I will share the recording link.
Okay.
Just a minute. I will stop the recording.